बहुत ही कॉन्डरसेंडिंग नोट पे मेरे को ये क्वेश्चन पूछा गया था इन वन ऑफ माई वीडियोज़ अबाउट अरेंज मैरिज कि व्हाट इज़ रॉन्ग इन लिविंग विथ योर पेरेंट्स. And I was like, okay, maybe this could be a great topic to talk about, moving out, and that got me excited. So please also leave your suggestion and comments and your thoughts and everything in the comments wherever you're listening. And I hope you enjoy today's episode. Again, आपका टेक अलग हो सकता है, मेरा टेक अलग हो सकता है इस पे, बट आई होप वी कैन कम टू अ म्यूचुअल अग्रीमेंट अबाउट सम थिंग्स. एंड आई अंडरस्टैंड कि भाई जितने लोग हैं उतने उनके थॉट प्रोसेस अलग होंगे, एनवायरनमेंट अलग होगा, एंड हम सभी लोग अलग अलग एनवायरनमेंट में बॉर्न हुए हैं, अलग अलग सोशो इकोनॉमिक क्लास में बॉर्न हुए हैं. सो या मेक सेंस. जितना समझता है टेक इट विद अ ग्रेन ऑफ सॉल्ट. अगैन आई एम जस्ट commenting socially, and yeah, hope you enjoy today's episode. One of the thing I offended a man on is living with parents. He asked in the comments, what's wrong with living with the parents? Like, I personally offended him in some way by saying I don't want to live with in-laws and parents in general. So after some time it gets difficult overall to live with parents. I mean, they gave us what they could, and it is time for us to build something of our own. And sometimes it does not vibe with them, with the parents, which I genuinely get, because they come from a certain set of expectations and backgrounds, the way they grew up and the struggle that they faced. The most they should do is help steer the way and not make us live out their version of happiness or give us their aim and ambition of becoming a doctor or engineer. मतलब उनका सपना था कि वो खुद इंजीनियर, वो खुद डॉक्टर, वो खुद लॉयर बन सके, बट वो खुद कर नहीं पाए कुछ, इसीलिए वो अपने बच्चों पे थोपेंगे कि भाई तू मेरा सपना पूरा कर, विच इज़ नॉट फेयर. ऑनेस्टली इट इज़ नॉट फेयर. कैन वी ऑल्सो टॉक अबाउट माई हाउस, माई रूल्स? लाइक तू मेरे छत के नीचे जब तक रह रहा है तब तक तू मेरे रूल्स फॉलो करेगा टाइप. यू कैन नॉट लिव as you wish, rot as you want, wake up whenever, clean up when you want to. I absolutely understand that it is a luxury to move out and live by yourself. So if you ever get a chance, just do it. Fly, my bird, fly high, aim for the sky, crash, burn, fall down, learn 100 times. That's what 20s are for. Defy the fucking patriarchy that they were molded to learn and dhal into. Unlearn it, especially men of the house. Unlearn the conditioning. See, the goal of moving out is to learn to live without any help. If that means making mistakes and falling down, so be that. But life will seriously reward you in ways you will never learn if you're living with your parents. They would never know. Especially men and women, whoever, like if your children, if you're living under your parents' roof right now with your parents, I don't think you will ever be able to learn what life has thrown at you. And we seriously need to learn that. Consider your 20s as experimenting phase, and honestly, that is what it should be. Making mistakes without supervision. Learning bills, groceries, loneliness, solitude, cooking badly and surviving on bad cooking, falling sick alone. That growth cannot be outsourced. I am sorry to say this to you. मम्मी पापा कब तक रहेंगे आपके लाइफ में? You need to learn to be truly independent. You're like, हाँ हम पैसे कमा रहे हैं, but are you truly independent if you're living with your parents is a question. Sometimes between the two set of it, their relationship is so bad. Sometimes, not always, okay? Sometimes their relationship is so bad, they produce a baby so that the relationship would eventually get the parents together. That is the hope. Maybe it might happen, maybe it might not. And then the mom pulls all her focus on raising the child, being over the top, while the dad mentally checks out, distance himself from the mother with work and other stuff and providing for the kid and the household. And now that you decide to move out as a kid, you decide to move out, they don't know how to be with each other. They both are retired and have shit ton of time on their hand. All that matters is, instead of being talked out, it is all stuffed under the carpet, which is sad. If this has been the case for you, I am so sorry. You need to move out and learn what healthy relationship looks like. Retirement does nothing but expose those cracks in the relationship, and that was there since the beginning of times. They just did not have any option. It's now that they don't have the child as a buffer that they can see it. Literally, moving out will force the parents to face each other and sort out any issues that they have faced over time and they've not had the chance to talk it through. Remember, it is not our jobs to repair their marriage. Also, I have always wondered, like, thank God I come from a financially well off family and afford to live in different cities, but how do people bang? Like, how do people have sex? Having sex under the same roof, how do they do it? Do they do it in front of their children? Like, we are talking about sex between parents, we're not talking about us. Okay, like, do they do it in front of their children? I mean, not in front of their children, but like in a under the same roof in this different room. Also, old people have active sex life. Like, sex does make you feel more connected to your partner. So sex under the same roof as your adult children, wouldn't that be uncomfortable? Oh my god, like, I can't even imagine. Like, I get that there is genuinely lack of space in a city like Mumbai, so people rent out Airbnbs and go to hotels, and Oyos exist. Matlab, Oyo exists for a reason, so people could bang it out couple of times and like just move on. Privacy is getting increasingly important and difficult. I know my friend, on her birthday, she would simply rent out her Airbnb. her Airbnb, उसका खुद का Airbnb नहीं है Aditi. She will rent out an Airbnb and stay there for a day, for a night, away from her parents, just for mental peace. She is not even now thinking about she's not even thinking about sex. She's just thinking, मेरे को शांति चाहिए, मेरे को थोड़ा space चाहिए, मेरे को एक दिन चाहिए to collect myself, to collect my thought, because अपना identity कहीं miss हो जाता है between so many people, living with so many people, who you are, what you want to do, and often our version of what we want to be gets swayed or get lost among so many voices that are around us, that we need that solitude. Yeah. And so she literally rents out a place and she's like, सांस लेने दो मेरे को, ये मेरे लिए बेस्ट बर्थडे गिफ्ट होगा. You know, as a society, we are told to give birth to a male child so he can take care of the parents and take the name forward, while woman is conditioned to birth only a male child. Well, at least that used to be the case. Like, people do prefer a girl child now more than ever. Times are surely changing, but what is the pressure of birthing this male child so that they can take care of the parents? The patriarchal condition is very real in Indian society. Have we ever thought, what if the child does not want to, due to whatever reason it may be? We need room to breathe. We need creative space. We need to express as we grow older. Everyone needs to accept kids are not responsible for their parents, and vice versa. Parents are not responsible for their kids. पेरेंट्स रेज देयर किड, हमें बड़ा कर दिया उन्होंने, अच्छा एजुकेशन दिया, हमें हेल्दी अडल्ट बनाया, 18 साल के हो गए, 21 साल के हो गए, चल 21-22 साल के हो गए, चलो ठीक है. फिर उसके बाद क्या? यात्री अपने सामान के खुद जिम्मेदार है. यू हैव टू अलाउ टू ग्रो ओल्डर, टू मेक योर ओन मिस्टेक्स. वी रेज्ड यू, नाउ यू ओ अस. ये मेंटालिटी इज़ नॉट गुड फॉर अस एट ऑल. Also, where is unconditional love in all of this? बेटा बुढ़ापे का सहारा है, दिस इज कंडीशनल लव, दिस इज एक्सपेक्टेशन. नाउ द अदर साइड ऑफ द कॉइन, ऑफ कोर्स हम पेरेंट्स के साइड भी देखेंगे, क्यों ना देखें. एज अ पेरेंट यू माइट नॉट बी रिच और यू माइट probably be single, we don't know, and have decided to move in with your child. It's going to be a lot of adjustment. I also think it's a rich people dynamic. Like if you are poor and don't have anywhere to go, the child has absolutely rejected you कि भाई नहीं, मेरी बाइडी नहीं बोल रही है, या we collectively are deciding कि भाई हमारे पास पैसे नहीं हैं. So what will happen? You'll end up on the street or in some old age home, which nobody wants. This is such a complex topic, you guys. बहुत complex topic है ये. And that is why I try to not divulge into such topics for my podcast. But ये कितना complex, समझ रहे हो, मेरे को समझ नहीं रहा है. So okay, I recently saw a Popvox video where this guy asks his male audience on the street if they'd move in with their in-laws, and consistently all of them said no. All the guys said no, I will not move in with my in-laws. But हम फिर क्यों एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं फीमेल पार्टनर्स से टू मूव इन विद द इन-लॉज? व्हाट इज़ दिस दोगलापन? क्योंकि ये ज़माने से चलता आ रहा है, इसीलिए लड़की मूव इन हुए वो चलेगा, लड़का मूव इन नहीं होना चाहिए. We expect the wife to move in to be normal, but when the guy moves in, it is suddenly considered controversial, abnormal. घर जमाई बन गया. What? You know, moving out is a class privilege. I get this. And most of you who are listening to me come from privilege. Let's break this down. देखो, rent is insane, especially in metropolitan city like Mumbai. Crazy, 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 crazy. Even looking to rent would take the life out of you. Fear the hunt, the chase for perfect apartment, the distance from your workplace because you don't want to waste 2 hours and commute daily back and forth from work and home. वो सब has to be considered. I understand not everyone can afford independence. It does come at a cost, and you really got to work through that to be able to afford. Kill or be killed hustle is very real when there is so much population and inflation is ever growing. Now, emotional maturity is not equal to financial ability. Like, no matter how emotionally mature you may be, that does not equate to your ability to earn financially. I literally have a friend who got married with the guy, and the guy is still trying to figure out his own shit. He might be mature, but his financial ability fucking sucks, which puts strains on the growth of himself as well as their relationship, because he has to take care of his parents too now, but he's not financially stable. How capitalism traps people at home, like when you know दाल आटे का भाव, that will surely make you lazy कि भाई क्यों हम बाहर जाए, हम घर पे रहेंगे, मम्मी पापा को करने दो, टेक केयर करने दो, and then you stay trapped at home. But what if you didn't have a choice? Like, Mumbai is a city of hustlers, eat or be eaten type. People from outside will outwork you if you don't work hard enough. I've seen this happen मेरे आँखों के सामने. But how will you ever learn if you don't move out? I'm telling you, the life lessons that you learn are fucking next level. Like, men are never taught to live alone. I don't know what it is. There may be some rare few people out there who might have decided to move out, make something for themselves. That's amazing. I'm here for you. Snap, 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 finger claps. There's always someone around them, especially for men who are never taught to live alone. There's always somebody around them to support them, to do their laundry, to work. Literally all the chores are being done by overdoting mothers, and then the wives replace their mothers, or they have boys come in and do it. Whichever the case, mothers expect the wives to do all the chores that the mother herself does, and then addition of sex. And then while doing all of that, they also want her to be working full time. Men's domestic incompetence is passed as masculinity. मैं मर दूँ, lol. Literally reminds me of Sarabhai versus Sarabhai ka meme where Maya says to Indravadan it's not her problem, complain it to his mom. जब इंद्रवदन बोलता है मैं मर दूँ तो माया बोलती है मैं क्या करूँ, तेरी मम्मी को जाके कंप्लेन कर. Moving out, truly teaches men and women domestic equality क्या होती है, how the society works, what needs to be done when, what is the right time to do it, what the priorities look like people say कि भाई men women का maturity, दिमाग का maturity, just maturity in general, they grow up very quickly, whereas as compared to men they get mature by the age of 40-45. तब उन्हें अक्ल आती है कि priority क्या है, कब क्या चीज़ होना चाहिए. But I think men should move out so that they can see what maturity looks like, and that they can mature over time as well. Like we have babued the boys and not the woman, and we need to do that. We need more independence and freedom for all gender, and more mental health support to men of the society. More mental health support चाहिए सभी men को. I wish I could give you free mental health classes and free everything. Like men need mental health support, period. Our parents are cute and sometimes they're also frustrating. They don't want us to fall, Baba. Don't want us to make the same mistakes that they did, or mistakes in general. But how will we ever learn? We are not pushing our parents out. We are pushing ourselves out so we can learn and grow without their protection. So we can see the reality for what it is and not some sugar-coated shit. I will always be there for my parents, for them, but I gotta learn and earn too, right? We just need to remember separation is not rejection. Distance can improve relationships. Moving out is not abandonment, it's adulthood. हम उन्हें घर से बाहर नहीं निकाल रहे, हम निकल रहे हैं घर के बाहर. That's it for today. Please leave some flowers if you've reached to the end of this video बोलने वाली थी मैं of this podcast. Let me know your thoughts in the comment. If there's any suggestion, any feedback, any topic you want me to talk on in the month of May, let me know about that, because April में मैं छुट्टी लेने वाली हूँ as usual, because it takes time for me to write. Yeah, until next time, I'll see you. Bye.